For almost 4 years, I have painted one painting a week. A WCW themed painting or illustration. In 4 years, I've painted everybody from the Steiner Brothers to Harlem Heat to Cactus Jack to, one of my favorites, Vader, Sting, Ric Flair, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. A lot of icons and legends that I really got to paint and kind of put my artistic stamp on. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, the Outsiders, Goldberg, Bret Hart, and it has been my pleasure to paint these guys. Out of everybody I painted, I've tagged the original subject or the original wrestler. In 4 years, 4 people have commented on my art of themselves. I mean, I painted them. The first one was Raven. I did a black and white illustration of Raven, and he was nice enough to comment on Twitter and repost. Hugh Morris, again during the because originally when I started doing these paintings, they were black and white caricatures, and then I moved into the more realism, really getting in there and painting this stuff. Hugh Morris commented on, he was one of the ones that I started a transition with, because originally I was doing these black and white caricatures of, and then I was like, no, it's Hugh Morris. I have to draw him on the top turnbuckle getting ready to do the moonsault, because he had one of the best moonsaults in the history of pro wrestling. And that's what led me to finding a couple reference photos and doing it a little bit more realistically, but still black and white. He was appreciative of the fan art. Medusa, God bless you, you lovely woman, you, was nice enough to comment on one of the earlier sketches I had done of her, but I've gone back and done more realistic paintings of her. And lastly was Disco Inferno. Disco Inferno, I hate Twitter, because every time I post one of these paintings, I would write 2 or 3 paragraphs of why this guy meant something to me, why I took the time to paint them, and how cool they are. And Twitter doesn't allow for you to post 3 paragraphs of text unless you copy it as a photo. But I'm already posting a photo. So I hate Twitter or X or whatever it is by the time this video goes up. So Disco Inferno only gets to see the first, couple of sentences I have written about him. And he replied, because I had said something about feeling lied to as a kid. And he commented back, and I wish he had gotten to see the full context of what I wrote, because, I have nothing but respect for Disco Inferno. I have nothing but respect for what he accomplished in those years. I have nothing but respect for anybody who worked in WCW. WCW lasted the majority of my adolescence. I was born in 86, and WCW goes from 88 to 2001. It was there from when I was very young to my middle school years to my high school years. It, you know, it WCW Monday Nitro was very comforting to me for a very long time, and um, I'd like to thank those individuals who actually commented on the art. No matter how many times I tagged Mick Foley, no matter how many times I painted Jim Cornette, um, it was an honor to paint them and try to show them the respect that I have for their body of work as a fan. Because I am nothing, when it comes to pro wrestling, I am nothing but a fan. I don't pretend to be anything other than a fan. I am a fan. And, for them to actually reach out and take a moment out of their day, even if it was Raven with just a piffy little tweet, made my day, made my week. That they enjoyed the likeness I had created of them as an artist. It meant a lot. And it was also fuel for the fire because I did this for almost 4 years. So anytime somebody like Hugh Morris would reply, or anytime Disco would tweet, it is like, okay, let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going, let's do another painting, let's do another painting. And I want you to know, I only ever painted the wrestlers who I liked as a kid. I only ever painted the people who if I'm going to spend that much time of my life working on a painting, yeah, I'm a Kevin Nash fan. Yeah, I'm a Scott Hall fan. I liked Eric Bischoff. I hated him in middle school so much, but that was the job he was doing. He got me to hate, as a little middle schooler kid, he got me to hate him. And built in a healthy distrust of authority figures. Thanks, Eric. So, again, when I sit down and I do these paintings, it brings back nothing but fond memories. And I've had a blast over the last 4 years trying to figure out what to paint next. After one's done, one's sitting on the drying rack, like, okay, what do I do next week? And I built into these paintings their own mini series, because it's like, okay, I'm going to spend a month doing Cactus Jack versus Vader, or I'm going to spend a month doing Sting versus Cactus Jack, or I'm going to spend a month just doing Ric Flair. Which, let's be honest, over 100 paintings. I could have just done over 100 Ric Flair paintings. Just being honest, that guy was crazy. Still is. But, I hope you enjoy the art as much as I have enjoyed creating.